come my way, maybe 1/4 of an inch. A little more. Right there. Alright, so the pipe we're using is called direct vent pipe. You've got an inner pipe and an outer pipe. The inner pipe takes the flue gases out, and the outer pipe brings fresh air in for combustion. Right now I'm just getting a reference for where the pipe on the stove is going to fall for the flue, because if you look, this stove is sitting right at the front of the hearth pad, and in my opinion that doesn't look the greatest. So what we're going to want to do is slide the stove back a bit, but if we do that we're not going to have enough room to make our connection here, so we're going to have to slide the pad out a little bit. So that's just what we're mocking up right now. And just for the record, we're not reusing the liner that's in here. Any install we do, we always replace the liner, because you don't know anywhere through that system where there could be a pinhole in it, and a pinhole is enough to create a severe sooting issue where you'll have your combustion gases mixing with your fresh air. So we'll end up replacing that. So now what I'm doing is just marking the sides of the pad and extending it further out, because we're going to slide the pad out, and that'll give us a good reference of where to line it back up to. Alright, so before we've cut any holes, we've got the stove moved back on the pad. You can see this opened up a space behind the stove, which is fine. We might actually utilize it for our electric. And you can see we wanted to mock it up on here, make sure we had enough room before we went drilling any holes. So what we should do is drill a little pilot hole. Locate it. Yeah, I got mine inside. This is great on the knees.
Right? It felt good.
Yep.
Especially those little crumbles.
Yep. Both gonna be digging out black boogers tonight. So I don't know how much room you're actually gonna have to get the diamond bit up there. At the very worst case scenario, we'll be able to locate the hole with this, and then we'll have to pull the pad up and drill it from up there.
Oh, all right. I hear what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? It's been a while since I've been in a good crawl space. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we've got the hole located on the pad from the basement, but our bit's not long enough to reach up through, so we're going to slide the stove out. We're going to mark it first. Slide the stove out, drill it from up here, throw it back down, and stub everything up through.
Oh, you can come right to this.
Alright, so any job we normally do where you gotta drill through tile or stone, we pick up these diamond coated bits and you just take it slow, and they do a really good job at it. I almost want to lay it down on here, Ed.
Okay.
Mainly because when I drill through, I don't want it to break out. Normally you'd drill these down through the top, but we're working on locating an existing gas line, so we're working in reverse. If you run into this, a Forstner bit would probably work pretty well at coring out this material before you get to the tile.
There it is. It's gonna be lighter to carry her back in now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready for you to carry it. Thanks. All right, so usually we like drilling from the top so that you avoid this, but our pipe's gonna come up through here, and then we've got a trim collar to go around it, so it'll still look great.
Never know what's gonna crawl out of that mountain at times.
Out of what?
Out of that mountain.
Oh, yeah.
You live out towards Fort Ann almost, right?
Skywayville.
Yeah.
Might want to end up pointing that.
This way, right?
Yeah. That's fine. All right, now for the electric.
Yeah, I gotta see how that looks inside. Get in here anyway.
Need a socket so I can get in there.
Just to take these off, right?
Yeah, there's two on the bottom and two up top.
What year did you graduate?
2008. Thanks.
I mean, it was well intended. I just thought you were like a 2012 or 13 kid.
No. All right, so I got the power wire out of there so we can make a smaller hole and fish this up from the basement and make it a nice clean installation. Well, it's just stuck on that corner. I gotta feed it into you.
Oh.
All right, try pulling up. Yes, sir. That's why I came running. You can let it go. The good news, Ed, is if you do decide to fall,
Not very far.
yeah, go all the way over there because that's only like 6 feet over there. And there is some untouched snow.
Perfect.
So like it'll cushion, you'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's definitely big enough.
Yeah, probably don't want to stretch it any more than that. All right, so this is our chimney conversion kit. So our liner is going to attach here, and the top is going to look like our 4.6 direct vent pipe, and we'll attach our high wind cap to that. I like throwing some high temp silicone around the seal here. Just really gob it on good. Beautiful. There's some screws in. We always like to throw a screw in these because you don't want to have the chance of it ever falling off. You got to get the screw in first. Pull it up. Down, slow. Hold up. Keep going. Okay. I don't know if these will do it.
They're wire cutters.
Well, if they cut copper, they should cut aluminum, huh?
Nope. I don't know, because I never use stuff out of this realm.
Everything's a hammer. I'm happy with that. Let me just make sure we're square down here.
On the pad.
Technically, either my side can go back a little, or your side can come forward a little.
Forward one.
Huh? Yeah, by about half an inch.
Oh, that much?
Yeah. Nope.
That's probably closer to me.
There, now we're square. Now, if you're a professional, guys, this is one of those things, one of those little touches that really sets you apart. If you go to your HVAC store, chances are you can find these black appliance whips rather than using those yellow ones that you see from Lowe's or Home Depot. They stick out like a sore thumb, and these work so much better.
Hey Ben, if you want to go for a walk through the snow, there's some issues out there. Goes off. This is. Sure, Ben. Yeah, sure. That's what the picture shows.
See this right here? Look how good I did over here.
Yeah, really good match.
Oh, what'd you go to? the
Yeah,
casino.
Yeah, it went down the casino. It's on that bed.
I think it's this one.
One that they didn't stamp. This was, this is 247, this is 245, and this
Still doing the
is...
CrossFit at all, Ben?
Oh my goodness, I would not want to start over again with an 11-year-old.
Oh God, it's free. These are glowing embers that we put in here to make it look like a real fire.
Yeah?
I wasn't talking to you.
Does that work?
You know, my dad told me that I should take a raise the other day.
Did he?
I said, yeah, I have been working with that a lot. Let me do the this.
Oh, should we put the glass on first?
Nope, glass can go in after. All right, everyone. Well, that's a wrap. That was a Hampton H35. Hampton is a Regency brand. I've done an install like this in the past on the channel. Everything went smooth. We just got done with customer education. Couldn't have asked for it to gone better. So, I'm not sure what we're doing for the rest of the week. I got notice that I might not need to drive the propane truck, which means we might get into bringing some leftover logs I have back to the shop and doing some firewood. So until then, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.